Here's how to use NV Cleanstall best settings to install Nvidia drivers without all the bloatware. Search for NV Cleanstall on TechPowerUp's website and download it. What this thing does is strip out all the junk that Nvidia normally forces on you. Open it up and you'll see this driver selection screen that actually gives you control over what happens next. The first thing you want to do is make sure you're manually picking your driver version instead of letting it choose automatically. Check the Show All Versions checkbox first and select a version you need. Click Next. The component selection screen is where things get interesting because this is your chance to actually clean house. The display driver itself has to stay checked since your graphics card literally won't work without it. That legacy control panel option is kind of personal preference. The old Nvidia interface works fine, but honestly, the newer stuff that's built into Windows feels less clunky to me. Most people can skip it. Here's where you need to think about your actual setup. If you plug headphones or speakers directly into your monitor, then you want that HD audio via HDMI thing checked. But if you're like most people and your audio goes through your motherboard or a separate sound card, you're just wasting space including it. The Visual C runtimes are almost always already on your system through Windows updates or other programs you've installed. Adding them again is pointless. PhysX is one of those things that sounds important but really isn't anymore. Maybe if you're still playing games from 2015 that actually use it, but modern stuff doesn't care about PhysX at all. USB-C driver only matters if you're on a laptop that actually outputs video through USB-C. Desktop users can ignore it completely. Same deal with FrameView SDK, which is really just for people making content or developing games. QuadroView sounds professional, but unless you're running some crazy multi-monitor setup for work, it's not doing anything for you. Virtual audio is similar, only useful if you're into streaming or have some specific surround sound software that needs it. Now this next one is important. That telemetry option needs to stay unchecked because all it does is send information about how you use your computer back to Nvidia. There's literally no benefit to you having this enabled. Platform controllers and that Nvidia DLSS thing are both pretty niche. Unless you know you need AI upscaling features or have some specific hardware requirements, you can skip both of them. The bottom section with all the NV App components is where Nvidia tries to sneak in their replacement for GeForce Experience. The main Nvidia app is basically bloatware at this point. It sits there using resources even when you're not doing anything with it. Container services sound technical and important, but they're really just support systems for all the other features you're probably not using anyway. ShadowPlay is the recording feature, and while it seems cool, it's constantly monitoring your system even when you're not recording anything. The backend and message bus components are communication systems between different Nvidia programs. If you're stripping out most of those programs anyway, these become completely useless. When you click Next, the tool downloads everything directly from Nvidia's servers. This part takes a few minutes depending on your internet speed, but you're not downloading nearly as much stuff as you would with a normal driver install. Then there's an installation tweaks page that lets you customize how the actual install process works. Definitely check that option to disable installer telemetry and advertising. Nvidia loves collecting data during installation, and there's no reason to let them. The unattended express installation is nice if you don't want to sit there clicking through dialog boxes. Clean installation mode removes old driver files that might be hanging around from previous installs, which helps prevent weird conflicts. Most of the other tweaks, like hardware support and DLSS indicators, are situational. The hardware support thing only matters if you've got really new components that might not be recognized automatically. DLSS indicators show version numbers in games, but they're kind of distracting honestly. Make your choices and click Next. Running that custom installer is way faster than dealing with Nvidia's normal bloated setup. The whole process takes maybe 10 minutes, but you save yourself from months of dealing with software you never wanted in the first place.